simple. Okay. So what is an architecture? Can someone tell me? So it is something like a blueprint, right? Building architect, right? So before you construct a house, you go and meet an architect. So he's the one create the blueprint for you. Okay, where you need to keep your kitchen and where you need to keep all the things, right? Your living room, everything. Right, so they know, when they'll give you the blueprint, right? Based on the blueprint, you go ahead and construct the house. Similarly, when it comes to human anatomy, right? So where the heart is there, where the lung is there, where the kidney is there, right? Where all the organs are there, right? Right, all these organs should function well in order for the human to do a good job, right? Let's say you go to job, right, office every day, and you perform your job well. You don't, because you don't have any health problem, right? Because all your organs are working fine. In order for your health to work well, in order for your to make your health well, right? All these organs should work well. Similarly, right, we have something called architecture, Power BI architecture. Each tool or each frame has its own architecture. So what is the Power BI architecture? So we'll start look at what components are there in Power BI architecture and how these components are interact with each other. Okay, and we will see, if possible, right? I will show you how to do the installation, everything. Okay, so we will jump into understanding what is Power BI architecture, what it consists of. It. So you can see here you have various components, right? You have various components here. This is your Power BI desktop tool. This is absolutely free, guys. Okay, this is absolutely free. You can go to the Google browser and then, sorry, you can go to the Chrome browser or some browser. You can, in the Google, you can search it out. Download Power BI desktop tool or download Power BI desktop, and you can find out the link where you can get where you can see the downloadable link, and then you can click on it and you can go and download it. You don't have to pay any money for it. Okay, it's absolutely free. Next one is the Power BI cloud service. This involves licensing cost. I think yesterday itself I discussed, right? So the Power BI desktop, you don't have to pay any money for this. It is absolutely free. And even with the Power BI desktop, you can do a lot of things. It offers a lot of connectors to connect various source systems. Various source systems you can connect using all the connectors provided by Power BI, right? So for example, you want to connect to Azure Cloud, you want to connect to Azure SQL Server, you want to connect to Salesforce, or you want to connect to Hadoop cluster. You name any source system, you have a lot of connectors available with Power BI. Desktop itself, it's with the free edition. You can go and connect it to anything, but it's absolutely free install. This is one of the components, right, as part of the architecture. Next component is Power BI cloud service. You created, let's say, 25 reports. You need to share it with your management or people across you. Let's say you are working for a retail chain. They have retail stores spread across many locations in USA or in India. Okay, so in that case, you want people across the globe to view. So let's say you have VP sales available in North Chennai, and another VP sales in South Chennai. Similarly, North Hyderabad, South. So different people are there, and again the above these guys, right? Let's VP and senior VP. He's the one handling all the regions in Chennai, all the regions in Hyderabad. He wants to see all the reports related to the 4 regions. Okay, the senior vice president. All the reports you created and then you publish it to the cloud. Once you publish it to cloud, people across the globe can access these reports with respect to their privilege, whatever the privileges that you assign to them, or the security privileges, right? Based on which they can access their reports irrespective of the location where they live. For example, one guy is in Australia, other guy is within US, right? In US itself, different location, different people are there. If you are in India, you created the reports, everything published here, people across the globe during your night. Like night time you'll be sleeping, right? Our night time is their daytime. So irrespective of the time zone, they should be in a position to access the reports at their convenient time with any device, using a tablet or laptop or a mobile phone, right? They can access the report if that is available on cloud. Okay. How many of you are familiar with Google Drive? Google Drive. For example, you are running out of space in your laptop. Okay. What you do is, or in your mobile phone, what you do, you cannot delete those files. Maybe, right, you took those videos or snaps, during the, any auspicious occasions, right? So you don't want to delete it, but unfortunately, you don't have space on your laptop or mobile phone. What we do is temporarily we load it into Google Drive, drive.google.com, right? So even your mobile phone, you can do that, right? So you can upload everything so that you can free up the space in your mobile phone or laptop. Okay, instead of buying an additional capacity, right? Better you can load it into Google Drive. So once you upload it in Google Drive, for example, you got engaged recently. You took the engagement related videos or photos, everything, and then you put it in the Google Drive and you share it to your relatives or friends who live in different locations, right? What you do is you just share the link to everyone. Only those people receive that link. They should be able to access and view your marriage or engagement related photos and videos. Okay. Because you upload it in cloud. Once the data is available in cloud, those people have access to it. They'll be in a position to access it anytime, anywhere with any device. The same principle is applicable here. So once you upload to cloud, the reports, people across the globe within your organization, they can access the report. So Power BI Cloud Service is a licensed one. Though they give 60 days trial period. Okay, 60 days trial period. But in the case of enterprises, they go for either premium license. Please remember this, premium license. Okay. The interview they'll ask, one of my students, when she attended the interview, they'll ask which version of which license of Power BI they are using it. You need to say premium license. She told very clearly premium license. Don't say pro license. Pro license is also a paid one. It costs $10 per user per month. It is cheaper. But still, when it comes to enterprise, the volume of the data is very, very high. Okay. So most of the enterprise, they go for premium license. Don't ever say pro license or I'm using, the trial version of Power BI Cloud. Don't ever say that. They will immediately catch you. Okay. As part of screening, they will get to know, no, you never worked on real-time projects. Tell them my client is using, my customer is using premium license. Okay. So, okay. So what is so big deal about, like I said, right, you can share your report with your stakeholders across the globe. Okay. Once you deploy your reports on cloud, people across the globe can access it. The advantage of Power BI cloud services, here also you can create interactive reports. In Power BI cloud service also you can create interactive reports and you can share the reports. You will have admin control. You can create some security. Okay, which manager should access which report within the same report, which data they are supposed to they access. Okay, and also you can create mobile dashboards design. You can create it here, and you can create dashboard here. You can create reports. You can create dashboards. Okay, you can share the reports and you can do administration. Okay, what do you mean by administration? You published all the report from here to here. All the reports should not be seen by everyone, right? The public outside the public, right? The general public should not have access to your proprietary reports. Okay, you need to make sure that you are you are creating some security policies and tie with that reports. Okay, so that only people within our organization should view the report. Within the organization also, only the respective people should access the specific reports. Not all the reports, they are allowed to view that. Okay, fine. These are the things that you can do. So now the question is, yes, so now what is the question? Monica is asking, what is the difference between reports and dashboard? Here also we create report. The same thing, you can create the report here also. But the dashboard, you can create it only in your Power BI cloud service. Please remember this. I'll explain what is the difference between report and dashboard. It is not same when it comes to Power BI. So these two are slightly different. Okay, I will explain you as we move further. Okay. So the reports, the same thing can create it, but the dashboard you can create it here only. For the dashboard, you can use the source as multiple reports. You can bring in the objects or the charts from different reports into your dashboard. You create it because you just the dashboard is in general meant for MIS purpose, right? The each department manager, line of business manager, they want to see the manager, whatever the report they say, all the things as let's accounts executive, you cannot see it, right? Your finance manager or accounts manager, whatever reports he said, you are not allowed to be everything. Whatever the reports that you are supposed to see, that is available in your report. For example, this is sales report. Another example, okay, this sales report, this is your finance report. This MIS is meant for CEOs. Okay, they wanted to see the inventory, right? How much stock we have. What is inventory turnover ratio? They want to see the inventory turnover ratio, and they want to see how much cash on hand we have it. That data is available. That the chart is available here in report 2. This is finance report, and they want to see what is the operating margin that is available here. So you can pull the important or vital KPIs from various reports and make it part of your dashboard. Okay. So the dashboard will be accessed by the CEO and above, right? CEO or VP and above. So VP, senior VP, CEO, C-level executives. Okay. What do you mean by C-level executives? The chief operating officer or chief executive officers, right? Chief financial officers. They are the C-level executives. Okay. Fine, you understood? So these are things. Using Power BI cloud service, you can share the report. You can assign the security policies, and also you can create dashboard, a report. You can do it here. Okay. Fine. Okay. The next one is the report server. So component 1 we discussed. In Power BI desktop, you can create the report. You can do data cleaning, everything, right? You can create the report. And then you can publish the report to your cloud Power BI cloud service. This is component number 2. Next component number 3 is report server. So what this is kind of an organ, right? What heart does, what liver does, right? So this kind of another component, which is part of your Power BI architecture. There is something called report server. Even this involves licensing cost. Licensing cost, okay? Even this one involves licensing cost. And but here in the report server, whatever you can do in Power BI, the same thing you can do it, but you cannot create dashboard. Dashboard, you cannot create it here, okay? But involves cost. Now the question is, I can create report here, I can create dashboard here, and I already paid a licensing cost for the Power BI. Then why should I go and buy another component of my Power BI architecture? It involves a cost, right? Whatever I do here, the subset of that one only I can do it here. And why should I? This is for security purpose. Can you see here what is, you can see something like on-premise and cloud. So what do you mean by on-premise? What is cloud? Okay. So here, in the case of Power BI architecture, there are two sides of this one. The one is the cloud and other one is on-premise. On-premise is in your office, in your branch or in your office, the physical server, you have it. Let's say you in your office, right? You have the Power BI desktop and you have the report server. Okay, and this is your on-premise. This is called on-premise, inside your office. And cloud, what is cloud? So what is cloud? Cloud is nothing but the virtual servers. Okay, virtual server. Okay, right. So the cloud here, what happens? The different, right? AWS, Amazon Web Service. AWS stands for Amazon Web Service, and Azure Cloud, Microsoft Cloud. This is Microsoft Cloud, Microsoft Azure. This is Amazon Cloud and Google Cloud Platform. Likewise, different cloud players are there. These three are popular cloud players. Okay, and Amazon and Microsoft and Google. And let's say since you are using Power BI software, your client, they are using cloud, Microsoft Cloud, Azure. Okay, cloud. Okay, this is the one. So once you have the access to the cloud, you can go and create these servers in a matter of 1 hour or 30 minutes. For example, you want to create a cluster. A cluster is nothing but group of computers. Okay, in a matter of 1 hour or 2 hours, right? You can create it. All you need to just pay the money. You swipe your credit card, and go and select whatever the capacity of the servers that you need. Everything is readily available. You don't have to invest money in buying the server. Even if you have money in buying the server, you need to wait until the server get shipped to your location, right? Let's say you are ordering the server and expenses or you are buying it, but it takes time to reach your premises, right? It will take minimum 10 days or 15 days time. Okay, I got the server, everything readily available. Within 2 to 3 days, I can get it in my office. Everything is fine. But once you have the server in your office, right? Once they ship the server to your office, you need to install the software. You need to spend money for the software. That is fine. But to install the software, you need to hire one guy, right? Microsoft admin. Or if you are installing Linux software, Unix software, right? You need to call that guy operating system software, right? You need to hire a guy. You need to recruit a guy to install the software. And because every now and then, even in the case of Linux or Windows, you take any software, they frequently releasing new versions, new releases. You know very well, Windows 7 was there, Windows 8 came, and Windows 10, right? Something like that, new versions are coming. The new versions, in the older version, you cannot use the newer version of various softwares. It will not work. The drivers are not supported. Windows, what they do, Microsoft, Windows 7 will be deprecated in so and so date, after which we are not going to support in case you encounter any issues by installing any other software. Similarly, right, any new versions comes in the Linux software, the administrator has to apply the patches in order to keep these operating system software up to date. This is another painful thing. And security, on top security, right? They need to install some softwares to protect your server from the hackers, right? So a lot of overhead here. You need to recruit a guy. It's something like you buy a cow. When you buy a cow, you don't know how to milk the cow, right? You need to hire a guy to milk the cow, and you need to buy grass, right? And you need to maintain the cow. It's developing. Similarly, right? When you buy something, it has a lot of overheads. So when it comes to cloud, you don't have that overhead. Okay, all you need to just select the software, the image for Windows or Linux, and then you go ahead and install it. Right, they apply the patches, everything, and all the different versions releases are readily available there. And on top, the Amazon, all these cloud service providers, they say, yeah, our, everything is secured here. We apply the patches, security related patches every now and then. You don't have that headache. You don't have to hire a guy. You don't have to pay the salary, wages. Everything is readily available. On top, you don't have to invest too much of money in buying the server. Everything's readily available. For example, you want to perform some kind of analysis, right? So once you are done with the analysis, you can terminate the services. Let's say once you generate all the required reports, everything, you don't need it any longer. You can terminate the service. is something like pay as you go, right? Pay as you go. So whatever the softwares and whatever the operating systems and servers that I need, I can go and rent it here, and then I can install it as long as I need it. I'm going to use it. Once I find my requirements are fulfilled, I can terminate the services, terminate the resources. Your money will be saved, and importantly, there's no overhead here, right? And you can buy as many servers as you want. You can rent as many servers as you can. Everything is ready. That's what the cloud. Okay. So, but everything is there. But why should I still go ahead and buy the report server? Even this one involves licensing cost. The reason is security. Even though the cloud service providers, they say that everything is secure, but the thing is, when you develop a report here and when you publish it on cloud, so when your report being published, right? So during the course of your report getting published here, still hackers can hack your data, right, in your report. Still, there is a chance for vulnerability, right? There is a chance for hacking your important data. So in that case, if you think there are certain reports are highly secure, it's sensitive, it has sensitive data in it. So in that case, don't publish to the cloud. Instead, you buy a server, buy the license software for the report server from Microsoft, install it, everything, and you need to publish the report here only so that your data will be secure. In the case of bank, the data is highly secure, right? So instead of putting it everything in cloud, there are certain sensitive data you can have it in your local premises. Okay, probably you can, if you are working with bank, right? So those are working, you can check with them, how where they store the data, everything, right? You can check with them, understand the everything, every technical thing. Okay, fine. So depends on your requirement. Okay, if the data is highly sensitive, then I need. Let's say you are into e-commerce, it's not those sensitive, right? So better you can have it on cloud. You don't have to buy this uh, additional software from Microsoft. Fine, we discussed about report server. Okay, what is the difference report server and Power BI? This licensing cost will be differing from one type of component to another type of component, and still it involves a licensing cost. But whatever you can do it with the Power BI Cloud, same thing you can do it. But you cannot create a dashboard. Like how you cannot create a dashboard in your Power BI desktop, same thing you cannot do it here. If you want to create a dashboard, you have to have the Power BI Cloud service. Without that, you cannot do anything. Okay, next one is the mobile apps, right? It enables the users to view the reports or dashboards on the go. Let's say you are going by a car, right? You're going on a vacation during weekend. Still, right? You want to check whether the salespeople are are available on the spot and how much money they brought it to your business. All the things you can using your mobile app, you can hook up to your Power BI Cloud service and you can view the report on the go. So mobile service also available. You can go to Play Store in your mobile phone. You can type Power BI. All right, you can go and download and install the Power BI app. So once you install the Power BI app, and if you have access to your cloud, right? So you can give the cloud server name. It will get connected to your Power BI Cloud service, irrespective. Even on the road, in your car, right? You can connect to the Power BI Cloud service and watch, take a look at the reports, whatever you want to do, right? So per mobile service, another component, 4, okay? And next one is data gateway. This is fourth component. The data gateway is another component. For example, the data is available in your office, okay, on premises, the data are available. Let's say you have published 30 reports on cloud. Out of the 30 reports, let's say 130 reports, okay, let's say hypothetically, 130 reports you created here and you publish to the Power BI Cloud service. Out of the 130 reports, 30 reports are daily summary reports. let's say hypothetically, let's say, you have published all these, you created 130 reports and you published these 130 reports on 25th February. When 25th February, as of 25th February, you completed all the 130 reports and you published on that day, 25th February, everything got published successfully. Along with that 130 reports, the data related to these reports will also get published automatically in a secured way by this agent called data gateway. See, according to you, you are just submitting, publishing only the 130 reports. But the relevant data for these 130 reports, right? The 130 data also will get published to the cloud automatically by this agent, this service, or this component. This is one purpose we use data gateway. And other advantage of data gateway, yes, like I said, out of 130 reports, 30 reports are daily summary reports, but you publish on 25th February. Let's say your manager wants to view these, let's say there are some managers, they want to view their respective reports out of this, this 30 report, daily summary reports. Is it 20 different managers or 30 different managers? They want to see their respective reports. That when they open this report, it should show today's sales performance. Okay, but you published on 25th February. Okay, but how it will, these 30 reports will show today's sales performance. It will show only 25th February, right? In order for these reports to display the up-to-date information in it, we schedule the data refresh. Data refresh using the data gateway. Okay, the first one is it will publish the data also automatically for each report. It publish the data automatically. We don't have to publish the data explicitly. That is taken care automatically by the data gateway. I'll show you as we move further. Okay, just understand the big picture. Okay, I'm talking from the 20 feet height or 100 feet height level. Okay, so the second uh, functionality of this one is you can schedule the data refresh. So once you publish 130 reports, these 30 reports, importantly, right? This needs to get refreshed on a daily basis. You can schedule the data refresh on a daily basis. In that case, what will happen is the Power BI Cloud Service will come and read the data from your on-premise, from your, in your office server, it will hit, and then it will push the data back to your Power BI Cloud Service, these 30 reports, so that these 30 reports will have the up-to-date information. Got it? Any questions? So Power BI desktop is one component, second component is Power BI Cloud Service, and third one is mobile service, and fourth component is report service, and the fifth one is data gateway. So data gateway facilitates publishing the report to your cloud. So without installing the data gateway in your laptop, you cannot publish the reports to your Power BI Cloud Service. This is one of the prerequisites. Okay, you develop the reports. Everything's available in your laptop. You think people across the globe can access your laptop anytime and simultaneously? Simultaneously, they cannot access because your laptop has limited RAM and limited CPU, right? So if multiple people access it, literally slow down. First of all, there is no provision available to access someone's laptop remotely by multiple people, right? This is not a server. So here, that's why you publish the reports on cloud, right? So to publish that, the data gateway needs to be installed in your local laptop or in your local desktop. Only then you'll be able to publish it to the cloud. That is clear. Okay. Next one is, okay, why data gateway? Without data gateway, you cannot publish the report. Number two is when you publish the reports to the cloud, it publish the data for this, or it publish the underlying data for each reports automatically with Power BI Cloud Service. And apart from this, it helps you to keep your reports which you publish on cloud up to date by refreshing the data periodically. So how frequently you want to refresh your reports, that is up to your business case or use case. It's your requirement, internal requirement. Okay. You understood all the three components. If you are still not clear, don't worry. Even I did not understand when I was going through this architecture first time. Watch it one time, two time, three time. You will be able to understand. Still, if you are not clear, I will help you out. Don't worry. Okay. Next, apart from this, we have a couple of other components. We have something else called report builder. So report server is different from report builder. Even the report builder software also licensed one. Why should I buy this one? Because with the report builder, you can create pixel perfect reports. Pixel perfect reports. What do you mean by pixel perfect? By default, when you create any report in Power BI, it is not pixel perfect. Which means, right, for example, you want to print invoices, you want to print delivery challans, cash vouchers, you want to print it, it's all pre-printed one, right? The printer quality should be very good. It should be a production quality, right? It should be so crystal clear. So the pixel perfect reports you can create with the help of the report builder only. Even this one involves additional licensing cost. And next one is the embedded Power BI embedded service. What is embedded? It is an Azure service. You know what is Azure service, right? Microsoft Cloud, right? So that's what Microsoft Cloud is nothing but Azure. Okay, it is an Azure cloud service. It enables the business to embed your Power BI analytical capabilities into other apps. Simple example here. You created a report or you created a dashboard. You wanted to embed this report in your website. Let's say you create a website, for example, here, right? Let's say in my case, I have a website. Okay, in this website, I wanted to, attach that report in simple term. Okay. Embed is kind of attach that report into my website. Yes, that is possible. But even this one involves a licensing cost. If you want to attach the report developed by you with your website or some blogs, that is possible, but you need to pay money for this. Okay. With that only you can do that. Okay. So now we understood all the components. Power BI desktop, Power BI cloud service, mobile service, report server, data gateway, and report builder. Sixth one and seventh one is the embedded. Again, it all depends on the enterprise's requirement. Okay. If they think, right, they don't need the report server, they don't have to invest money in this one. Okay. Because it involves a lot of overhead. But when it comes to bank and other financial institution, is very much required because security is paramount according to them. All right. So now we understood, all these components. Next one is the Power BI desktop components. Okay, so now you have understood the overall architecture components, how it interacts with others. And next one is I'm talking about this Power BI desktop. Let us narrow down to this tool. Now within this Power BI desktop itself, there are three components are there. Okay, don't worry. I'm going to wrap up shortly. Yes, Monica. Okay. Too much to grasp. Okay, fine. Don't worry. Okay. So this is what, like I said, right? Power BI desktop tool you can download and install. For example, if you press the window key, in the start button, right? You will see this icon here. And if you click on open, it will open the report file. It will open the report file. This is the one which I launched now. Is called Power BI Desktop. It will take some time to get launched. Okay. So that Power BI Desktop tool has three components. The one is the Power View. Okay, one is the Power View, and the other one is Power Query, and the third one is Power Pivot. These are the three components are available as part of your Power BI Desktop itself. I just go back to the previous slide. So in this Power BI desktop, three components: Power View, Power Query Editor, and Power Pivot. So Power View is in that component only we create all the reports. And Power Query Editor, you just remember that it is somewhat similar to your kitchen, the Power Query Editor. The kitchen only we do all kind of cleaning, everything, right? Similarly, using Power Query Editor only, we are going to do all the data, majority of the data transformation, we do it there only. Data cleaning, data pre-processing, everything we do it where? Power Query Editor. And what is the other thing? Power Pivot. Power Pivot is meant for creating the data model design. How many of you worked with the Excel? Excel also you have something called Power Pivot. I don't know how many of you worked with the advanced Excel. If you don't know, don't worry. Power Pivot is meant for modeling the tables. Okay, modeling that I will discuss it later. At this moment, you just remember all these components. When it comes to Power BI desktop itself, three components are there. One is Power View. As the name suggests, in the view, right, you create the reports. And Power Query Editor is meant for data pre-processing, everything, cleaning the data, pre-processing the data, or reshaping the data. Everything is for merging your data from multiple sources, multiple queries. Everything is possible in Power Query Editor. And another component is Power Pivot. That is where we do the data modeling. This is very specific to Power BI tool. Okay. In Power BI, to create a report, you need to have the data, obviously. You need to clean the data. Everything is fine. On top, you need to the data model design. Unlike other tools, when it comes to Power BI desktop, you need to the data model design. One way it is good because you are going to learn the dimensional data modeling, how to do the dimensional data modeling or the data modeling design. Okay, so there is a separate person available in the organizations called data architect. They are also paid very high salary. They have the domain knowledge. Like, let's he's having a thorough knowledge in banking. Okay, he's very good in deposit and what is that? The credit collection department, right? All the across the department, he knows in and out of the domain. And in addition, right, he knows that, and in addition, he knows the data modeling technique. Even those guys are paid very high salary. Okay, but you are going to learn the data modeling part also as part of this training program. So you will be learning the data modeling. You need to do the data model design explicitly in Power BI desktop. Though Power BI, Microsoft says in Power BI desktop, you don't have to do the data model design. Everything is taken care automatically. Still, you need to do the data model design on your own because you cannot completely rely on the data model done by the Power BI desktop. Okay. Simple example is it creates multiple date tables. For example, in your table, you have 5 date columns. For each date column, it creates separate table. It is a overhead. You don't need it. And again, the automatic table, the automatically created date tables by Power BI, you cannot do any customization. Anyhow, guys, it's too much. I don't know, talk so many things. You will get overwhelmed. So what I will do is I'm going to stop the discussion now. You watch my video. And probably I will explain one more time. I'll give a recap. That time I will explain it in local language also if you want it. Okay. So மொத்தம் எத்தனை காம்பனன்ட் இருக்கு? 1 2 3 4 5 రైట్. సో ఎన్ని కాంపోనెంట్స్ ఉండదు? 5 కాంపోనెంట్స్ ఉండాలి. కోర్ కాంపోనెంట్ ఇది లేకుండా ఇది రెండు ఉండదు. రిపోర్ట్ బిల్డర్ ఎంబెడెడ్ ఉన్నారు కదా. సో 5 + 7 components. And here the Power BI desktop is absolutely free. Okay, rest of them are licensed one, but including mobile service. Mobile service is free. Okay, these two are free. And within the Power BI desktop itself, there are 3 components. Obviously, to create the reports, you need to have some component. Yes, that is there. Power View. And to do the data cleaning, everything, Power Query Editor. And to do the data model design, Power Pivot. These 3 components, if you remember it, as of now, that is enough. So look here, the Power BI Data Gateway is a bridge between the on-premises data and cloud service. Which one? The data gateway. Okay, that you need to remember it. That's the bridge between these two. So this is the typical workflow. Okay, let's say you got the data in Excel file or Oracle or SQL Server in the tables, table details you got it. Your manager tells you, hey, in SQL Server, these are the tables, you have the data in it. And in addition to that, they have some data in Excel file. Okay, now you occur all the data and then you do the data pre-processing. And in the data cleaning, everything you do it Power Query with the help of the Power Query editor. And then you load the data. And then what you do is you do the data modeling. This is additional task you do it. Okay, when it comes to Power BI Desktop. Okay, this is where we do the data modeling, everything. Once you are done with the data modeling, next step is you are all set to create the reports. So once you get the data, what you do is you do the data cleaning, everything using Power Query editor. And once you are done the data cleaning, everything, you are modeling the data using Power Pivot tool. This is also available as part of Power BI Desktop itself. Next one is only then, right? Only you do all these three things, you are good to go with create the reports. So look here, still it is being launched. It will take time. 1 second, I'll just close it. And I know sometimes, right? First time when you launch it, it will not get launched quickly. You need to close it and start it again. So I'm done with the today's session, right? We will upload all the videos. Even the yesterday night session, right? We have uploaded it. You can log in with your credentials to view your current batch's video, yesterday's session video, and the previous batch videos also. You can watch it. I explained you